We're Al and Deb, and we're on the Carnival Splendor. So we're going to give you a little bit of an introduction today about what cruising on Carnival is like.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. So we're actually on our last day at the moment of cruising into Singapore, but everything I could say about the cruise it's been pretty good.
It's been great. I have been sick for like half of it. So even though I've missed out on half the cruise and a lot of the ports, I still had a really good time on here. So it's all positive so far.
If you watched our previous video, we stayed at a motel at Circular Quay, right across the road from the cruise terminal at Circular Quay. And we walked down to the cruise terminal and it was just so smooth. And even though, like every cruise, you have a really long line to get through to get into the ship, it wasn't painful. It was easy to do, and we got straight onto the ship.
Yeah, so before we left home, we printed out all our bag tags and we also printed out our boarding pass, and we got down to the quay and basically they tell you where to take your bag. We didn't have a stapler, so I found someone, stapled our bag tag on, dropped our bag off, and then it was just a matter of lining up, waiting to check in, I guess, and then going through customs, was it?
Yeah, going through
customs before we got on and just making sure there's no dangerous goods, etc. And then we're on board, and the first thing you do when you get on board is your rooms really aren't ready until about 1:30, and that's pretty much standard across all cruise ships that we've been on. And
yeah, so you go up to the dining room, and that's where your episodes of non-stop eating begins. As soon as you get on the ship, you go up to the dining area, the buffet area, and you start feeding yourself and having drinks, and eventually when your room's ready, you go down to your room and your luggage will turn up sometime later on in the day.
Yeah, so if you are someone who loves swimming and the weather's great, make sure your swimmers are either on you or in your hand luggage. That's a little tip, because there's a lot of people that don't remember that, and so they have to wait till either late at night or the next day before they go swimming. Let's begin our tour on Deck 1, the Riviera deck. This deck primarily houses interior and ocean view staterooms. I believe the medical centre is also down on level 1.
What are you talking about? No, 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 no.
Heading up to Deck 2, which is called the main deck, we have more staterooms, interior, ocean view, no balconies on this level yet. This deck also has a laundry, so you can go and do your washing and ironing if you need to. You do pay for the washing machines and for the washing powder. I believe the washing machine is $3.50, and that's in Australian dollars. One good thing on the Splendor is they have signs everywhere that say even and odd to help you find your room. So I always follow Al, who is pretty odd. Next we have Deck 3, the lobby. This is where the fun begins. You will be able to book your shore excursions in the Carnival Adventures or visit guest services. The Splendor lobby is a great place to sit and listen to some music while you're having a drink. And also the restaurants Gold Pearl and Black Pearl are on this deck, along with Spectacular, where you can go and watch a variety of different shows. So moving up to deck 4, the Atlantic deck, here you'll find the top level of the Gold Pearl and the Black Pearl restaurants, and also the top level of Splendor Splendor.
Two lovely winners. Each of you have won $150! Congratulations!
You'll also be able to have a drink at the Red Frog pub. They have the Dream Studio and the photo gallery, plus the boardroom. They also have the Circle C, which is the teen club for 12 to 14-year-olds. And next to that is the Alexandra Library and the Atrium.
Here's a couple more tips for you. We brought our drink bottles with us. We packed them into our suitcase so they're empty. Otherwise, they'd want to see what was in them. That way we could go up and get iced water and bring it back to our room. So we've always got iced water in our room. And a lot of other people bring aboard a carton. What's the limit for drinks that you can bring aboard?
I don't know. I think if you want to bring soft drinks, I think you can bring a carton of soft drinks as long as they're in your hand luggage and as long as they're still in the box. You can't bring them singular. But yeah, we just bring our empty drink bottle. But in saying that, we also, because we're, I think, gold members now on Carnival. Woo! That's not the top tier, but since we're gold members, we also get a couple of little benefits, which was 2 1.5 litre bottles of water each cruise anyways.
We stuck them in the fridge in our room, got them nice and cold. Saved us walking upstairs to get the drinks. Getting the lift upstairs, that's a lot of work. Another thing is lanyards. If you've got a lanyard, grab a lanyard, bring a lanyard with you, because you've got a cruise card. You don't need a wallet or anything on the cruise. You just get a cruise card and everything's done on your cruise card. It lets you into your room as well, so it's handy to have it on a lanyard.
It is.
Yeah. And
we've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
I think when on our very first cruise, we purchased the lanyard for about $13 or whatever, but now we just go to the junk shop and grab one before we go.
Yeah. And I don't know, we haven't done bingo on this cruise. We used to take dabbers with us. I don't know if they still do the dabbing with the bingo.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but probably.
Sometimes bingo's worth it. I won $6,700 on bingo on one of my first cruise ships that I went on.
Yeah, and he danced like I've never seen him dance before.
Yeah.
we got another cruise out of it, didn't we?
We did. We paid for another cruise.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on up to deck 5, which is the Promenade. Up here, you'll find everything you need, and it's also the deck that you can go from the back of the ship to the front of the ship without having to use the elevators to navigate to where you need to go. So, on deck 5, you're going to find the El Morocco Lounge, where they have the comedy shows. The Cool Lounge, where you won't find Al. Okay, then we've also got the Piano Bar and the Alchemy Bar. We also have the Red Carpet Dance Club, which is basically the nightclub on the ship. The Warehouse, the Java Blue Cafe, Club O2, Juice and Java, Cherry on Top, which is sweets and stuff. We also have the Ocean View Bar inside of the casino, so that's a little bit of a dangerous spot for some people. Our House Sports Bar is also up there, and that's just like a little hidden area around the back of the casino. The fun shops, and there is also one more floor of Spectacular. So heaps of things happening on deck number 5.
a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be 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 a good day. Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Down the street with your red lips and funky beat, you better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around, can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand.
Okay, so deck 6, upper deck, deck 7, Empress deck, and deck 8, the veranda deck, they are all cabins. So the balcony rooms start on 6 and go all the way up, and you'll also have your inside rooms as well. Not much else on those decks, so we'll skip straight to deck number 9. Now, this deck is full of fun and food, and it has the main pool area where lots of families hang around. It also has the Serenity pool area out the back, which is basically swimming and sunbaking area for adults only. Like, there's heaps of sun lounges out there and the pool pods out there. There's also a bar very close to it. You'll also find Marketplace located on this deck. It offers a variety of casual and dining options. There's something for everyone here, from fresh salads to roast pastas, pies, snags, and even an Indian buffet. They also have a very popular deli, pizzeria, burger joint, and a few pubs. Deck 9 is all about eating, drinking, relaxing, and enjoying the open sea experience. Deck 10, it's known as the Panorama deck, and it has more staterooms including balconies and suite options. It features additional outdoor spaces for soaking up the sun and enjoying the sea breeze. You'll also find the kids club on this deck. The spa deck is deck 11. Here you'll find their gym, which is equipped with the latest exercise machines and a variety of fitness classes they have on offer. The spa offers a range of treatments and therapies, but that is for a price. You'll also find Splashy Cove for the little kids and the water slide steps on this deck. So moving outside to deck 12, the sun deck gives you access to the jogging track and the basketball court, which a lot of people walk around that daily. Like most places, there's no deck 13, but the top deck, number 14, is called the sky deck. Up on the sky deck, you'll find the water slide entrance and a super fun little putt-putt golf course.
Don't wait to the middle of the voyage to do your first load of washing, or if you're going to do a load of washing, because as soon as you get to the middle of the cruise, everyone wants to use the laundry. So try and leave it till later, or else do it earlier.
And you've got a laundry tip, don't you? With the dryer.
Oh yeah.
Alan did our washing, so...
Well, I'm not sure what happened here. So you swipe your card. Like I said, you use a cruise card for everything. You swipe your card to get the washing machine going. That was fine.
We had our own washing powder too.
Yeah, we took our own washing powder in little satchels. Then you put your stuff in the dryer and you swipe it, and the dryer, you press the start button, and the dryer starts. I've learnt that if you don't press the start button, the timer on your card goes through, but it doesn't actually dry your clothes because you haven't pressed the start button. But then I've also found out
you weren't the only one.
Then I found out that everyone's going looking for a dryer when it's real busy. So they open up the dryer and they go, oh, there's clothes in there, and they close it back up and they don't pre-press the start button.
So yeah, they're opening other people's and stopping other people's stuff, because a lot of people are walking, oh, the dryers are broken, and it's just like, no. Before you get on the ship, you have to select what dining time you want. So you can choose any time, early dining or late dining. Now, anytime dining is just that. You indicate on the app when you're ready to go, and they'll give you a time and say maybe 10 to 20 minutes your table will be ready for you. If you choose late dining, it's sitting at 7:45 p.m. every night at the same table, and if you choose early, it's about 5:45, something like that. So we ended up selecting late dining. So we were at our same table every night.
Yeah, bad move, I think, late dining, because it's 7:45 is the late dining time.
I liked late dining. I think late dining was a good choice because they're not so rushed off their feet.
They aren't, but I'm getting old and I like to get to my bed.
He likes his dinner at 5 p.m.
Meanwhile,
so you download your app and you go on to the dining section and you book that you want to go to dinner, and it'll give you a time saying for like, you might have a 10-minute wait roughly.
I think I just said that.
Did you?
Yeah. Pretty sure I just said everything you just said.
I missed that bit.
Anyways, you probably did it in a bit more depth.
Okay, there's lots of different places you can eat on the ship. There's food all over the ship.
A stupid amount of food.
Yeah, stupid amount of food. On the Splendor there's two main restaurants. The Black Pearl, which is midships, and the Gold Pearl.
We're
restaurant.
in the Gold Pearl.
That's what I said, Gold Pearl.
You're going golden.
It's gold.
It's Gold Pearl,
It's
and
gold.
that's where we went.
It's not the Black and Pearl. It's the Black Pearl. Okay, it's the Gold Pearl, and it's an after the ship on level 3
Went for.
and 4. Yeah, it's 2 levels, and you can go there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you wish to.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you
They
can't.
do a little brunch.
They do brunch.
That's brunch and it's lunch.
Anyway, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
We differ on this. Now, but if you go to the restaurant It's a sit-down waiter serving
Silver service.
silver service.
Silver service.
It's a service.
Silver.
No, silver service.
Silver service.
It's a silver service. Yeah, well, I probably wouldn't go silver. Not like every cruise ship that we've been on in recent times. The service has dropped a little bit
Oh,
compared
bull.
to. It
Bull
has.
crap. No, I don't agree with you.
It has.
On this ship, the service has been fantastic. Except
What
for
about the
today.
food?
Except for today.
So, see.
No,
See, I
no,
told
it
you.
actually wasn't that. The service was good. It was just what we ordered wasn't that good. But the service was still good. And I think the service so far on this cruise has been outstanding.
Oh, the waiters are excellent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
service that we've had on this ship altogether over everywhere
I would
has
say
been great.
the service and the attitude of the crew have been brilliant. But I'm comparing cruises to when you used to get on a cruise ship.
Those days are gone.
You would have all your different knives and forks lined up. You would get escargot. You got all the fancy
Those
food.
days are all gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, why compare something from 10 years ago to today?
I'm saying all I'm saying is the service is not as good as it used to be. Anyways,
For what it is in today's day and age, the service on this ship compared to any ships that we've been on in the last 8 years has been amazing.
it's still good. The food's still good. We still go to the restaurant all the time.
And plus the waiters, and the waitresses coming around. This ship is the only one that I've been on in the last probably 4 years, 5 years, that have come around asking you if you want drinks and things like that, where that hasn't happened in a lot of the ships.
Once again, I'll say it again, the crew on the Splendor,
Were
this
amazing.
current crew have been really good. They're amazing. Yeah. Now, the other restaurant, the Golden Pearl, is exactly the same. It's the same thing, same food. It's just they're separating people on the ship or where they go to eat.
There's I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 people on here or something, isn't there?
Yeah, it's over 3,000, I think, on the ship.
Yeah, so crazy
Um,
amount.
Now, up on deck 9, you've got the buffet. I would say most people eat at the buffet compared to the restaurant. There's a lot more people in the buffet all the time. And it seems to be open quite a lot. There's more hours where it's open than it's not.
Yeah, it's open from probably 6. I don't know. I guess when it's closed, there's only a half an hour break or, an hour or two break between when it's closed. But even in those downtimes, other things are open, like the deli and the pizza place and the burger joint.
Yeah.
And there's never a time on here that if you're hungry, you can't get something to eat. And in saying that, you're never hungry on a cruise.
You know,
No.
you're never hungry.
And I mean, they even have midnight stuff.
In the buffet.
Yeah, we haven't even been there at midnight, but someone was saying the other day that at midnight they have chicken.
I don't know, you're looking at me like I know and I don't
You were
know.
there with me. I don't know. Anyways, they said the midnight stuff was good.
Yeah, so the buffet food, what would you say about the buffet food?
I'd say the buffet food, they had a big variety. They had different things every day. They catered for probably a lot of people. If you were vegan, you might struggle a little bit, but
Well, there's a lot of salads.
there's a lot of salad, yeah. But I think vegan people probably want more than just salad.
Yeah, true.
But you can't. I don't think you can complain at all about the quantity of food. And there's so many
much
different options.
That's just the buffet. Around the buffet, we've also got, there's the pizza place, which is open to 9 o'clock at night.
And the pizzas on this ship are free.
Yeah, they're free. Then you've got the hamburger place.
Which is free.
Yeah, and they're good hamburgers. Then you've got Indian restaurant, or it's not a restaurant, it's Indian takeaway, which is free.
Yeah.
Uh, Then you've got the sandwich bar,
Yeah,
which
deli.
does the deli, which does like toasted sandwiches.
Also free.
But we're talking about steak and cheese sandwiches and Reubens
Yeah, or different.
and chicken burgers.
And then you've got Mongolian wok in the middle.
Mongolian wok, where now I don't get this. The Mongolian wok, there's always a lineup that goes for miles, and they're slow. They're not slow cooking. They're just doing a lot of cooking. It takes forever to get your noodles in Mongolian wok.
But there's always a lineup.
Always a lineup, so you've got to master that art of getting into the
Timing.
Yeah.
But that's free as well.
And that's free. And upstairs is a. We went there today.
Yeah.
Like the pulled pork
American
rolls and it's like an American
meat thing.
sandwich.
Like they have barns, they have pulled meats like lamb, chicken, and something else, and then they had like potato salad and some sort of coleslaw and macaroni and cheese. It sounds alright, but
Yeah,
to me it was
personal choice.
Yeah, to me it wasn't
Yeah.
nice.
Now there's also the paid ones. Now you don't have to pay for any food on the ship. If you want to pay for something different, feel free. They've got a restaurant called Fahrenheit 555. That's a paid steak. Is it steak or seafood?
Probably both, I don't know.
Probably both. I don't know. There's also
A seafood shack.
seafood shack. What's the seafood? Is that the one in the diner where you can just order seafood as you want it, whatever seafood you want, they'll weigh it and charge it to you.
I don't know, there's a lot of restaurants you can pay for as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, because we didn't go to any of the paid restaurants because there was absolutely no need for us to go to any. The food everywhere else was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And
Desserts, there's a dessert bar, there's ice cream machines.
you got a little trick for ice cream machines?
Yeah, they got this they've got this beer machine where you take there's big plastic cups which look like milkshake cups, and you put it in the beer machine, swipe your card, and you get charged for a beer. I knock those cups off and I go make chocolate thick shakes.
Chocolate thick shakes.
Because the ice cream.
So he goes to the tea and coffee station, pours some milk into the bottom of his big mug, goes to the ice cream station, pours in his chocolate syrup, chocolate topping, gets the ice cream swirl, more chocolate topping, ice cream swirl, and then gets his spoon and stir. And they're pretty good, ain't they?
Yeah, they are pretty good. Now there's plenty of bars on the ship.
Yeah, heaps of them.
There's
Red Frog, Iguana, Casino Bar,
you're doing better than me.
Alchemy.
Piano bar.
There's heaps of bars, and always packed. Lots of people are everywhere, so always a nice time.
The bars seem pretty good. Now the casino on the ship's pretty big. If you're a gambler,
It's huge,
it is huge.
and it's smoke free because it comes out of Sydney waters.
Yep.
There's no smoking on it, which is always great for non-smokers. Then, we should talk about when we booked our cruise, part of our package was hospitality benefits, which means that as soon as we got on board, from whenever we wanted an alcoholic drink, if we got it from the casino, it was free. But everywhere else on the ship that we had to pay for. Now that was one of the things when I booked the cruise. We got some room credit as well, but I wasn't sure what hospitality benefits meant, and neither were a lot of people on like the forums and stuff that you read. So anyways, I rang up and asked what it was all about, and that's what it was. So as soon as we got on board, it said that our hospitality package was activated, and all we had to do was be in the casino area to get our drinks for free.
The spa on this ship seems pretty big. There's lots of different pools that do all the healing, and there's all sorts of things in the spa. It's actually a pretty big spa, and it's got a really big gym.
Yeah, so Alan's been utilising the gym a lot. I not so much because I've been sick. And we didn't really use the spa here for massages and everything, because what we did was when we went to Bali, we ended up having our spa day in Bali instead. So when we got to Bali, we had our full body massages. I had manicure and pedicure. Alan had.
No, don't tell people I have a facial.
Alan had his facial and his pedicure. He didn't get polished this time.
I got pampered.
So so we did that in Bali instead of on the cruise ship, because on the cruise ship we worked it out and it was going to cost us about, I know, $700 or something stupid. But in Bali, in a nice spa, it ended up costing us how much? You paid for it, so
$70
yeah,
for
$70 for 3 hours each. So
Yeah.
you can't beat that.
Yeah. Now, like Deb said, the spa on the ship can get pricey, but the gym is free.
The gym's totally free. I went twice. Was it?
Twice before you got
I
sick.
went twice before I got sick, but
Yeah. The only thing with the gym is you've got to master the times, because everyone loves to go to the gym in the morning, apparently, and the
Apparently.
crew, and a lot of the crew are also using the gym, so that sort of cut out another half of the machines. So you've got to time that time.
Yeah, but there's always, like, you're never in a rush on the cruise. You've
That's
got
it.
plenty of time, so nothing's ever a bother, is it?
No, it isn't.
No, even all the lines that you do have.
Got to remember, you're on a cruise ship.
Oh.
You got to expect lines. There quite often are lines. They're not big lines usually. Sometimes you might be stuck in a big line.
Waiting for your noodles.
Waiting for your noodles. You're definitely going to get a big line. It is part of cruising, but you're not in a rush to get anywhere. So you just stand in the line and
Chat.
chat.
You
Yeah,
get to know so many
you
people.
do a lot of chatting.
Yeah, so cruising's like a really social thing, isn't it?
It is.
Because, like, even when you're going to, just say you wanted to go to lunch in the restaurant, and you can pick whether you want to sit by yourself or whether you want to share a table, and
We always
share a table, and we've ended up with the same people twice, haven't we? But we got to know lots of nice people
Yeah.
doing it that way. All interesting, and everyone, all their backgrounds are different. So good.
Yeah, and that you get meeting people. Well, this trip is from Sydney to Singapore. We seem to have a lot of Americans on this cruise, Kiwis, the people from all over Australia that have flown to Sydney for this cruise.
Yeah. Splendor.
It's a fancy name for the showroom at the front of the ship.
Yeah. We watched a show last night, a rock show.
Yeah, it was pretty damn good. I enjoyed it. Usually cruise ships always have a really good show. And some cruise ships have a lot more shows than others. I would say this show probably doesn't have as many shows as
It doesn't
other
have
ones.
as many singing and dancing shows.
No, but it has a lot of comedians.
And it has a lot of bands and a lot of singers and
Yeah.
stuff around the ships, and and you're right, a lot of comedian shows.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think it might be to do with the makeup of the showroom and the space they've got to be able to do a lot of shows or not.
I don't know, but the show last night was amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
The guy, there was a guy at the beginning who played the guitar,
He
and
played it for 15 minutes straight, the electric guitar.
by himself.
And
He
he
was
covered
amazing.
all the rock of the 80s.
Okay, now on the Splendor we have two swimming pools, some hot tubs around different places, a water slide, and a kids splash area. So no matter where you go, there's always somewhat place to cool down.
Yep.
The back area called Serenity on deck 10, I believe.
Deck 9 is adults only pool.
9. Yeah, it's called Serenity, and it's a smaller pool than the middle pool, but it's all you need for the adults.
Adults, and it's always pretty packed. There's
Yeah.
always a lot of people in there.
Lots of people around
There's
there.
around the pool and the deck chairs.
There's a
and all that
bar
sort of
out
stuff.
there.
The smokers are just upstairs from it.
Yeah.
And there's the water slides, which I haven't actually seen anyone using the water slides,
No.
but I think
sure
they
they
are
would've.
operational.
Well, they're operational.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen a lot of people use the water slides either
No.
for some reason.
And the central pool has a dome over the top, and there's a
They
dome.
open, they open the dome up when they're not in port. So
Yeah.
because there's like live plants and things like that, they have to close the dome like when they're in Sydney and stuff
Okay. I didn't know that.
for biosecurity, or that's what I've
Yeah.
heard. That's what I've heard. That's the reason. But whether that's true or not, who knows? There's
Yeah.
always goss.
And all during the day and at night time, they have shows up on the deck around the pool, and they also have a large
movies.
movie screen. So during the day and at night time, they've got movies playing. Dirty Dancing was on the other night.
Oh yeah, because they've had 80s theme nights, and we should
Yeah.
talk about theme nights. 80s theme nights. They've had 90s nights. They've had white night. They've had.
I don't know. We don't normally do the themes.
We don't do
anymore.
the themes anymore. We used to when we first started cruising. Now we don't really do the themes. We just watch everyone else.
Yeah.
But they've had a lot of themes on this
Yeah.
cruise. Teens and kids have a curfew on this ship, which is something different. So if you're 17 years and under, you need to be in your room by 1 a.m. at the latest. So it's a very American thing, curfews for
Yeah.
kids.
Our kids would never cope with that.
I remember back in the day when I went to Ohio, there was a curfew in the town for teenagers, and I was just like, what? But anyways, they have a curfew on the ship for teens.
Yep.
So 1 a.m. is their curfew. We did have some knock and run, didn't we? Oh, actually, you were asleep, so you didn't know. But yeah, like kids do. I think we had like a 11 p.m. knock and run, which is pretty funny. But
Okay, overall, I find this ship probably one of the best ships that I've been on.
so do I. I'd highly recommend it, and I think it's better than the Luminosa, which is up in Brisbane at the moment.
Definitely better than the Luminosa.
Yeah, so I think Sydney Splendor, Carnival Splendor, which is based in Sydney, after it gets back from Singapore,
Yep.
I think is a better ship
Yeah.
with better staff.
Yep. And I think if I was going to go on another cruise out of Australia, I would probably go look at this ship first.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
So we rate this a
We rate this as a
4
4
out of 5.
If you found this video entertaining, helpful or inspiring, would love for you to consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that notification bell. Subscribing will ensure that you never miss out on any of our future content that we create, especially for you.